We're having thunderstorms over here, and it's pouring. We're having a nor'easter. Hopefully everything will keep functioning, because if something goes wrong now, I don't know how we're going to get any help, given all this bullshit fucking bubonic plague that's going on. Anyway, here's part 2 or part 3. Let's see how far I can get on this stupid board meeting.
Today, is the board ready to offer a motion to approve resolution 20-03-11?
Okay, that approves the budget.
Moved, Travis.
Okay, that is approving the budget. See, now that should be tabled because the budget's wrong. They're gonna pass a budget which they know is wrong, but they're gonna do it anyway.
Second.
Is that you, Keith?
Yes, it is. There's a typo, I believe, in the agenda.
There is.
Yes.
It is. There's an extra 0. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Bruce? I think I made the motion, but I don't think you heard me, but it's okay if Travis wants to be making the motion.
Oh, who gives a shit?
Okay. Thank you. Is there any?
I'll just keep trying to shout out.
Please do it. I'll just ask somebody else other than Travis to make the motion the next time. Okay.
Thank you.
With that, is there further discussion on the motion to approve resolution 20-03-11? Hearing none, then all in favor of approving the resolution 20-03-11, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion is approved. There. Thank you very much. Now we will adjourn the the budget committee for Trimet and reconvene as the Trimet Board of Directors to move on to resolution 20-03-12, which is authorizing a modification to the contract with Stacy and Whitbeck, Inc. for construction services for the Cleveland Max Station Operator Brake Facility and Signal and Communications Building. Mr. General Manager, do you have a staff report?
Can't hear you, Doug.
Did Doug hear me there?
This sounds off.
Just give me the staff report.
Unmute myself. Sorry, folks. My apologies. I think Rob Bernard from the Engineering Construction Group will also be commenting on this, particularly technical questions. So, and that, I think is an example of what Director Way had raised earlier around continuous construction. So here's an example of, with a number of them you'll see to come, where we're trying to manage, we have many obligations underway. This one is, you see the Cleveland Max Station. This is a signaling and a...
Yeah, I suppose they have to keep it going on that one.
So this resolution...
Yeah, I don't see how they can stop that one. They have to keep going. Okay. Obviously, I'm not ridiculously... obviously, some of this stuff has to keep going. But not all of it. For the division, that does not have to keep going. But they're in the middle of fixing the break room and doing some signal work. I don't see how they can stop that.
Increase the change order by about 5%, or $135,000.
Oh, yeah, they took more money.
It allows us the change order to about 15%, which is typical for works of this kind. In some cases for change orders, we're trying to, as we tighten up our capital profile, trying to ask the organization to tighten up its, instead of buffering in so much money extra, I'd rather manage it tight. We have to come back from time to time. So it's kind of running a tighter ship, if you will, in that regard. We do strive for 10%, but based on the forecast for the completion job, we're requesting this modification of the other 5%. Stacy Whitbeck, I think you're well familiar with them. They expect to be completed the fall. They're a good performer for us. The increased contract amount is included in our existing FY21 capital program, and this is one that under any circumstance we would need to complete for our operators who deserve those facilities, as well as increased signaling system. In the bid, the firm expected to use DBE subcontractors for just under 9% of the work. They've achieved currently more than 8%, and your approval is recommended. And Rob, I don't know if you're on the call right now. Do you have any comments?
I'm on the call, Doug, to answer any questions you may have.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I see a hand up from Director Way.
Oh, no, sorry. That was a false hand.
All right, then are there any other questions? I don't see any other hands raised right at the moment.
All
No
right.
questions then. Is the board ready to offer a motion to approve resolution?
Yeah, approve the money. What the
20-03-12?
fuck?
Anybody with Travis?
So moved.
That was Director Gonzalez. Is there a second?
Second, this is Lori.
All right, Lori, thank you very much.
Just pass
Any
it.
further
Nobody needs
discussion
to
on
go
this
through the money.
resolution?
Nobody's going to say no to
Hearing
anything.
none, I will move to the question. All
Yeah.
those in favor of the motion.
They're gonna
approve
pass
resolution
everything here.
20-03-12.
Can't they just say,
Please
let's
signify
pass
by
everything here
saying
and
aye.
forget the discussion?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No, of course not.
Abstentions?
No.
Hearing none, then the motion is approved unanimously. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next resolution, which is resolution 20-03-13, which is authorizing a modification to the contract with Stacy and Whitbeck Inc. for construction services for the Steel Bridge transit improvements and the track rehabilitation projects. Mr. General Manager?
Thank you very much, Mr. Board President. So this resolution regards package 5. You've seen the other packages coming before you of this project. It's focused on the track, civil, traffic signal, safety, and wire improvements on the adjacent on and adjacent.
You know, I've always wondered about all of this because nothing ever seems to improve, but yet they keep improving shit, but nothing ever improves. Surprisingly so.
Adjacent to the bridge. It will replace all the max rails on the bridge as well as replace portions of the overhead wire system. It does allow for some selective safety improvements that will help protect particularly our frontline employees here. It also does signal improvements so the trains can move concurrently across the bridge, which is not the case today. This is all part of even speeding the system up. This modification increased the contract authority by $8.9 million plus 12% change order, for a total of just under $20 million. These are very foundational improvements. As we all know, every single line's train crosses that bridge. And it's a 100-year-old bridge, and we need to keep it functioning properly. The is accounted for in FY20's and 21's capital budget. To date, Stacy Whitbeck, their use of certified subcontractors has been on target. They expect to achieve about an 18%.
Certified subcontractors. That means a little profit for Stacy and Whitbeck, and they don't even have to do anything.
Project. I will comment here that
now what?
this is one of the projects that is I want to have a look at timeline-wise. This is probably one of our most disruptive projects we could do, where you're actually shutting the system down in August, essentially, for a whole month. All train movements, cutting access to maintenance and train movements on either side of the river. So and plus the extensive bus bridging
Wait a
needs to
minute.
go on in a surplus of buses beyond our core and operators needed. We're going to have to watch this, particularly as the coronavirus issue.
That needs to stop. This one needs to
That's
stop.
long behind us, but
So
we don't have
he
operators.
wants to stop in the middle of this. He wants to stop the trains for a month over the bridge. That's insane. Okay, that needs to be put off. That's insane.
Operators. It's going to be a significant challenge for us to pull this off.
So yeah, cancel
We'll
it.
see reduced capacities. So on one hand, it's probably the best time to do it.
No,
Matters
it's
if
not.
Should this continue? On the other hand, we also need our operators to carry this off. So
Yeah, and you don't have
what
enough.
we think
No.
our financial circumstance might be. So
Yep.
this is very much on the watch list. I do recommend your approval of it.
No.
Timing is up to be discussed, to be altered.
See, they're gonna just give away all the money without even
So,
thinking
but we
twice.
do need to do this project, and your recommendation is required.
Yeah,
All right, question.
I disagree. I think it's stupid. It's not timely. It's the worst time to do this. But I'm just out here in nowhere land, and they're the big shots, and you know he'll give them the money. Just keep spending that money, man. You got to keep that capital projects.
questions for Doug or other staff on this one? I see Director Way, you're still raised. I don't know whether you can actually go down and click that again. You're on the bottom of the screen and take your hand off of that if you want to.
Yeah, take it out of there, Kathy.
Sorry, that was another false alarm. I'll just stop and face.
Did you hear me? You can actually click on that, the icon down the bottom and take it down too. Other questions by other board members? Again, I guess I want to
Pouring.
to what Doug said. This bridge is old. It's a critical link in our transportation system there, not just for light rail, but for buses, for cars, for pedestrians and bikes. This is a complex project, and I'm glad we have a firm like Stacey and Whitbeck working on this. I think that's a good choice. So
Yeah,
I'm supportive of this one moving forward. I just wanted to get that on the record. Any other questions? Hearing none, then, is there a motion to approve Resolution 20-03-13? I'll jump.
So moved.
I have a motion from Director Way. Is there a second?
Second from Travis.
All right, Travis, thank you very much. Any further discussion on this item? Hearing none, then, let's vote on the motion. All those in favor of the motion to approve Resolution 20-03-13, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, get this.
Any abstentions? Motion is approved. Thank you very much. Let's move on then to Resolution 20-03-14, which is authorizing a modification to a contract with Raymore Construction
Yeah,
for construction manager / general contractor services for the Division Transit Project. Mr. General
That
Manager.
needs to be put on
Yes,
hold.
Mr. Board President. So as we all know, through the announcement that most of all of you attended, very fortunate to have the acting administrator out for this from Washington, D.C. Her first time in Portland, by the way. But construction is now underway, and thanks to our great partnership with Raymore, they're proceeding with utility work, civil, the station construction, all the necessary work to complete this project. As I indicated, they've taken a 2-week hiatus because of the COVID situation for health reasons. That's a good thing. The modification before you today increased the contract by $63.4 million, plus a 10% change order for a total contract value of $78.65 million.
$78 million.
I think this is an important day.
It's
for Trimet,
unbelievable.
Raymore, with whom the agency
They're going to keep going forward with all of this stuff, and they're going to bankrupt the agency.
We all know a great example of a
This
certified
needs to be put on hold,
approval of the contract,
and it won't be.
And again, I think we all know this would be the largest contract award ever to a certified DBE firm in the state of Oregon. Not by a little,
Yeah,
by tens of millions of dollars.
yeah. Then they're going to go ahead and
It
give
also
it out.
allows Raymore to graduate from the DBE program. Already, Raymore is working.
Yes, we're so happy that it's disadvantaged business, but this is not important right now.
Jeff Moreland, and he's stated that he's continued his mission going forward. And I can tell you, I've met with him recently to talk about how do we help others develop and continue this, so we're not just focusing on Raymore, but we create more Raymore. Great examples out there over the long term. In the case of this project alone, they expect certified contractor to perform 36% of the work. They really are a success story here. It's been going on for many, many years. And they've changed and adapted and expanded scope and skills to meet these agency needs and the industry's needs. They performed well on this project to date. Would strongly recommend.
I don't know if there's any reason to go on with this because I've got what I wanted here.
Kaiser and Dave Unsworth here.
They're going to give away all the money. Okay. All right. They're not making any changes on any of their. That's what I wanted to find out, by the way. And I already knew this was going to happen, and I was right. They're not changing any of their capital projects. They've cut services. They've stuck people together. But capital projects has not been cut even 1%. And that's the truth. We can watch it right here. They're not going to stop anything that has to do with the capital projects budget. All of these contracts are going out as planned. And that's the absurdity of the society we live in. We have an elite bunch of people headed by that Canadian in charge of millions and millions of dollars. They're not making any changes with any of that pork barrel stuff, but all the other stuff is getting cut. And now we know for sure that I was right about it in the beginning, and I'm not going to watch any more of the travesty because I just wanted to see for myself if they were going to have the nerve to keep going capital projects as normal, and they are. They're just doing capital projects as normal. It's just another example of how government serves the elites and not the people. That's the truth of it. Okay, we see that play out at every level of government. You see it with Trump. You see it at state, you see it at local, you see it at Trimet. The government functions for the elites, not for the people.